Good evening and welcome to day 10 of 100 Days of Bad Videos. I'm Aaron Allen and today I have a question for you. Have you ever said, or I'm pretty sure you've heard someone say, I can't wait to retire? Have you? Why do people say, I can't wait to retire? Not necessarily why do people say that. Look at who's is saying that is a better statement. Wealthy people don't retire. People who enjoy what they do don't retire. Let me rephrase that. People who are operating in their purpose don't retire. They don't want to retire because they're doing what they love. Majority of the time, the people that say they can't wait to retire or usually the middle class or lower middle class, middle class, and lower. I think that's probably the best way. Middle class to lower middle class and some upper middle class. But very rarely hear of wealthy people wanting to retire, people that make it to the C-suite or people who really enjoy what they're doing. They don't want to retire because they're living in their purpose. When you're living and operating in your purpose, you can do that for days. And think about what retirement is. Retirement is stepping aside and sitting back and not doing anything. And I get it. I get you've worked, you've been on a grind all these years. You just want to sit back and chill. But most people, they have their biggest degradation their lives during retirement. Once they retire, because they're so used to going, then you stop and doing nothing. And when you remain idle, their body starts to deteriorate. They start to break down. They get sicker. And all of a sudden, that's why you hear people who, within a couple of years, depending upon when they retire, within a couple of years of retirement, they soon die. And it's because that's not what we were built for. We were built to work. The Bible says, the first thing that he gave Adam was a job. He had to name the animals, and we were built. That's why he designed us for worshiping him and to work. You take work out of it, we're not doing anything. Think about athletes. Think about the elite athletes who, they're at the top of their game. They can't do that forever. When they retire, a lot of them become commentators, a lot of them become coaches, but they stay connected to the sport. Why? Because that's what they were built for. That was their purpose. And then you just can't give up your purpose. The ones that totally just sit on the couch, those are the ones that you hear all of a sudden getting sick and breaking down. It's as whether you're an athlete, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a preacher, no matter who you are and what you do, the key is when you operate in your purpose, you should never want to retire because you realize that I'm doing what I love. And even if I can't do it the way I used to do it when I was young, how I do it now may be a little bit different, but I'm still going to do it because I still have something to give to the world. My voice still matters. I have to get what's in me out of me. I can't help it. This is what I have to do. So the next time you hear someone says, I can't wait to retire, a couple of bells should go off. One, is this person are they just doing a job, or are they doing their purpose? And if they're not operating in their purpose, that's the time you need to say something to them. Say, what are you doing? Well, what would you be doing if money wasn't an issue? Help guide them to the way of life where they don't want to retire. Me personally, I don't ever want to retire. I tell my wife, I tell anybody who's listening, I'm never going to retire because I'm always going to be doing what I love to do. Even though I have a job that I may not like right now, or, I may not be my end goal, I'm working towards that one thing. I'm working towards my purpose. And as I'm working towards that purpose, I'm not going to retire. Even if I don't hit it the way I think I should be, I'm always going to be pursuing that so I don't have to retire because I don't want to. So that's today's talk. Basically living your purpose. And once you live in your purpose, you shouldn't ever want to retire. So as always, life gives you two choices. You can run with the big dogs or you can stay on the porch with the pups. I choose to run with the big dogs. See you out there running.